මේ ලංකාව සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම අපේ ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථාව අපහාස කරන රටක් බවට පත් වෙලා.
Sri Lanka as a whole has become a country that insults its constitution. There is a constitution and there is the president, parliament and the judiciary which must cooperate. The rule of law which should exist when one investigates the other has completely collapsed. This is because of the executive presidency which has been given excessive power.
කෙනාව ගැන පරීක්ෂා කරනකොට තිබිය යුතු නීතියේ ආධිපත්‍යය අද සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම බිඳ වැටලා තිබෙන්නේ. මේ කාරණාව තමයි මේ රටේ පවතින අතිශය බලවත් ලෙස අද ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන විධායක ජනාධිපති ධූරය.
ෆොන්සේකා මහත්තයාවත් අමාරුවේ දැම්මනේ.
They put Fonseca in difficulty as well. They all got together and put Fonseca in difficulty. Now Fonseca is saying that he will invite the Chief Justice to contest elections from his party in the near future. What does this mean? These are all political agendas. Therefore, we must clearly state that as the government, we are prepared to face any challenges that arise.
මේ ඔක්කොම දේශපාලන න්‍යාය පත්‍ර. එනිසා බොහොම පැහැදිලිව අපි කියනවා අපි ආණ්ඩුවක් හැටියට එන ඕනෑම අභියෝගයකට මුහුණ දෙන්න ලෑස්ති.
මේ උසාවියට ගෙනන නඩුව ආලා මේ කරවල කඩේ වගේ මේ නිකන් පිප්පකට්කාරයෙක් වගේ විනිශ්චයකාරවරුන්ට නඩුව අහන සම්ප්‍රදායක් කොහෙවත් නැහැ.
This problem must be resolved within the community of those who have studied the law. This does not belong to anyone else. The gangsters, dentists and other rogues in parliament are trying to resolve ethics in the legal community.
ඉන්න ගල් කටස්කාරයෝ දද්දොත්තරලයි අර කියපු හොරුයි එක්කම එකතු වෙලා මේ නීතිඥ සමාජයේ සදාචාරය ඉස්තන්නේ. ඒක අයියෝ කියලා වැඩක් නෑ මේ වගේ රටක.
මේ රටේ බහුතර ජනතාවගේ බලය මේ ආණ්ඩුවට තියෙනවායි කියලා ආණ්ඩුව විශ්වාස කරගෙන මේ රටේ තියෙන පුවත්පත් ආයතන වලට මේ ආණ්ඩුව ගෙනි තිබ්බා.
Thinking that it had the majority support of the people, the government burnt down news offices. They abducted leaders of civil society in white vans. Ministers tied public officials to trees. The government, which destroyed democracy in the country and thought it could interfere with everything, finally tried to interfere with the judiciary. Now that they have laid a hand on the judiciary, can they claim victory and slight the judiciary? This government is now caught up in a war, thinking that they can make the judiciary submit.
The joint opposition held a media briefing in Colombo today. It's time now to take a look at the newspaper cartoon of the day. Deputy Leader of the United National Party, Sajid Premadasa, states that the party will engage in a struggle to protect those affected by the floods until relief is granted to them. Premadasa expressed this view at a Sasanota Aruna program held in Bingiria today.
ඡන්දේ කාලෙට මොකද්ද සිද්ධ වෙන්නේ? මහා පරිමාණයේ දන්සල් දෙනවා. ඕන තරම් ඛණ්ඩ දෙනවා.
What happens during the election period? They have large-scale dansals. I wish to ask the government why the dansals that were active during the presidential election and the general elections are not active when there are floods. I would like to state that we, the United National Party, will engage in a continuous struggle on behalf of the 300,000 Sri Lankan people who have been affected by the floods until they are provided with relief.
ශ්‍රී ලංකාවාසී ජනතාව සුරකීමේ අරගලය එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයේ අභිදියත් කරනවා කියන එක මේ අවස්ථාවේ මම තමුන්නාසලට ප්‍රකාශ කර සිටිනවා.
UNP Deputy Leader Sajid Premadasa presented a donation to the Gallahamulla Nagarama Viharaya in Bingiria under the Sasanata Aruna program today.
UNP parliamentarian Ravi Karnanayake charges that the government is paying more attention towards motor racing instead of providing relief for those affected by floods. He made this statement during a visit to Motowal.
UNP MP Ravi Karunanika inspected the newly constructed Sri Vikramapura road in Samitpura, Mutuwal today. We have a Ministry of Disaster Management in this wondrous country where floods occur after an hour of rain today. On state television, they say that they are spending millions for those who have been left despondent. But is this happening? Rather than assisting those who are affected when floods occur, the government's priority is to bring foreigners here, hold road races at night, and derive some satisfaction from that.
Minister of Health Maithripala Sirisena says that measures will be taken to provide settlements in the highland areas for those affected by floods in the Polonnaruwa district.
We have informed those living in displaced camps on previous occasions as well. There are several areas which get inundated usually. However, when water recedes, the people refuse to move to other locations from their original dwellings. We are now providing the affected with their daily needs. We will also take measures to relocate them in highland areas in the future.
Minister Maithripala Sirisena paid a visit to look into the welfare of the displaced in the Kusumgama Gallal area in Polonnaruwa.
Leader of the Janasetha Perumuna, Venerable Battaramulle Silaratana Thera, distributed relief items today to those affected by floods in Ridhiya Gama, Ambalantota.
The event was held at the Bodhi Rukkarama Vihara in Ridhiyagama, Ambalantota.
We must always speak from the people's perspective. We must empathize with the people. We must look into shortcomings. This is what our Buddhist monks should do. Politicians must do the same. Some politicians come to you, they laugh, they talk with you, then a while later they forget the people. Our monks are not prepared to fall to this level because it is you who nourish us.
You're watching Weekend Primetime News on News First. Up next is Action TV.
Yesterday, Action TV revealed that a report was handed over to the chairman of the National Aquatic Research and Development Agency on Friday, detailing how much money was earned by NARA for providing consultancy services for the Colombo South Harbour expansion project from the 17th of February 2008 to the 31st of December 2011, and how much of that money has been spent. As stated in this report submitted to the chairman, the report was compiled by the internal auditor of NARA following a request made by the chairman last Tuesday. The date on the report certifies that this document was compiled within a 3-day period. In keeping with regulations set forth by the Treasury, the provision of consultancy services in this instance is considered a project that was completed on the 31st of December 2011. The fact that it has taken more than 11 months since the project was completed for the internal auditor to prepare an income and expenditure statement on the project, and that too at the request of the chairman, goes to show the level of fiscal discipline at NARA. 8 days before commissioning this report, that is on the 10th of this month, the chairman of NARA presented data to Action TV on the income and expenditure of this project, quoting from a document he said he had received from the finance division of NARA. There was no disparity between the sum quoted on this statement as revenue earned from the project and the sum stated by the chairman of NARA in a letter dated the 27th of August. The sum which the chairman of NARA certified verbally and in writing was 66,290,857 rupees and 4 cents. However, according to this report furnished on Friday by the internal auditor, the revenue was 64,489,282 rupees and 17 cents. The internal auditor prepared this report based on accounts he received from the finance division of NARA. Thereby, a question arises as to whether the information provided by the finance division to the chairman was correct or whether the information provided to the internal auditor was correct. Before looking into the accuracy of the accounts provided by the finance division to the internal auditor, however, it is necessary to draw attention towards an important factor stated in the internal auditor's report. This factor goes to show that the financial head of NARA is a person who is unaware of even the fundamentals of accounting. If this person is aware of these fundamentals, then what has been done with regard to the accounting of the consultancy service project in question is farcical. According to this report by the internal auditor, the finance division at NARA in the case of this particular project has debited the balance of the asset account and accounted it as income. Furthermore, a mobile asset account from 2008 has been accounted as expenditure. The fact that the internal auditor notes that he had to compile this report within certain limitations proves the disintegration of fiscal discipline at NARA.
Moving on to business news now. Addressing an event held in Colombo yesterday, Deputy Minister of Finance and Planning Dr. Sarath Amunugama stated that the government is planning to double the number of companies listed under the Colombo Stock Exchange by 2016 as part of the economic development of the country.
Under Mahinda Chintana Vision for Future, we have identified a 5-hub model for economic development. If we target market capitalization to be 50% of the GDP by 2016, which means we need to envisage the market capitalization of Colombo Stock Exchange to reach approximately 6.5 trillion by 2016. We must show companies that CSE is an ideal forum to raise capital and make the listing process less cumbersome. We are hoping to increase to double the number of companies listed on the CSE by 2016.
Awards were presented to those who successfully completed the certificate and diploma programs at the Capital Market Education and Training of the Securities and Exchange Commission of Sri Lanka.
The Splash 2012 trade exhibition was held at the Kandy City Centre today as well. News First is the media sponsor of the event.
Consumers visiting the fair have the opportunity to purchase all their seasonal requirements. A large number of consumers visited the exhibition yesterday and today.
News First
The Splash 2012 trade exhibition, for which News First is providing media sponsorship, commenced for the third consecutive day today at 9 a.m. at the Kandy City Centre. Splash 2012 is open throughout the day, giving you the opportunity to purchase all goods you require for the festive season while having a fun family outing. An art competition for children aged 15 and under will be held at Splash 2012 on the 29th of this month. Children visiting the fair will also have the opportunity to receive gifts from Santa Claus. The trade exhibition, which is open until 9 p.m, will conclude on the 30th of this month.
The Shepherd's Field, where the shepherds first saw the nativity star heralding the birth of Jesus Christ, is now called Beit Saor. Today, on our special segment, Story of Christmas, we visit this historic town.
The town of Beit Saor is located in modern-day Palestine. The town has a population of 12,367, of which 80% are Christians. The Shepherd's Field located near the town is approximately 2 kilometers from Bethlehem, the birthplace of Christ.
My child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day.
It was at Shepherd's Field that the shepherds who first saw the nativity star were minding their flocks on the night that Jesus Christ was born. The Gospel of Luke says that it was on this field that an angel came to the shepherds to announce the birth of Jesus Christ.
Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day.
The nativity star guided the shepherds to the manger where Christ was born. Helena, the Empress of Constantinople, first built a church inside a cave on this land. Today there are two enclosures claimed by the Greek Orthodox and the Roman Catholic churches to be the Shepherd's Field. Tomorrow on the Story of Christmas, we visit a historic church in Bethlehem.
Mary's boy child, Jesus